I welcome you all to this webinar. Basically, with this webinar, we aim to help answer some of your queries about the GATE exam and the EECS division at ISC broadly. So first, I'll begin with a small presentation of what all we have at ISC, the programs and the different modes of entries and everything. And after that, we have a big group of volunteers who would be there to answer your questions and your queries. Okay, so after that, we'll take questions from you. You can type in your questions in the chat box and also can unmute and ask. And then one by one, we'll try to answer almost all the queries. Okay, so I'll just begin with a small presentation and then we'll have a small introduction of our volunteers and then the Q&A. Okay. IC started about 115 years ago. Through these years, because of its excellent faculty and its excellent students, and some of you will become such students, ISC has built a reputation as one of the best schools in India. In the National Institutional Ranking Framework, or NIRF, that we all know, in 2024, we were number one in the university category and number one in the research category. If admitted, you will be coming to a top rank institution in India. ISC is an institute of eminence which has brought to us significant funding and enables us to become one among the best in the world. We were one of the first institutions to earn this prestigious institution of eminence tag. The division of EECS is like a large electrical engineering and computer science and engineering departments put together. We actually have 4 departments within the division: computer science and automation, electrical communication engineering, electrical engineering, and electronic systems engineering. You can learn more about EECS at ISC by searching this on internet. The division has 100 plus faculty, 300 plus PhD students, 400 plus master students, and 10 plus 2 MTech programs. The plus 2 includes an affiliated program at the Center for Cyber-Physical Systems and the Department of Computational and Data Sciences, which are in the Division of Interdisciplinary Sciences of ISC. I'll now talk more about the course and project-based degree programs. We have Electronic Systems Engineering, Electronic Product Design, Electronics and Communication Engineering, Computer Science and Engineering, and Electrical Engineering as core programs running out of the individual departments. We also have joint programs like Signal Processing and Microelectronics and VLSI and Artificial Intelligence. In addition, we have the Robotics and Autonomous Systems from the closely related Center for Cyber-Physical Systems. The other MTech programs are offered by other departments of ISC, have some EECS content, and may also be of interest to some of you. One of the key specialities of our MTech program is that every one of you will do a substantial project involving 1 year of research when you will work closely with your supervisor. The posters providing a wealth of information about the EECS MTech programs have been put up on our social media handles previously and on X and LinkedIn precisely. And this particular slides give you a detail of the GATE papers or what the GATE exams you can write. You have to write or you can write to join any of the MTech programs at EECS. So you can see that there are some interdisciplinary, like these are some courses which are taken care by all the departments, some are from individual departments. And there are their GATE requirements and the papers that you need to write. From the last year, in the MTech programs, there are admission possibility for those who are in centrally funded technical institutions or CFTIs. The CFTIs are all the IITs, NITs, ISERs, and triple ITs, and some triple ITs in the public-private partnership. If you have a GPA of 8 or more, you are eligible to apply for the admission to the following programs. In addition to the 12 MTech programs, we run 2 flagship research programs in which each admitted student will submit a thesis for the degree. These are the MTech research and the PhD programs. So they are available in all the departments. So these are our research programs. And for the research program, especially for the PhD, there are two options, which is a normal PhD, which you take admission after a master's program, and the other is called the direct PhD, in which you take admission after just completing your bachelor's. For that, there are different modes of entries. You can join this program by you become eligible to apply for this program based on your GATE score, and also if you are from a centrally funded technical institution and have a GPA of more than 8. Again, there are some posters which tell you about the research programs at EECS. So these talks, the previous ones were about were highlighting the master's program, and now these posters highlight the PhD and MTech research programs at EECS in all of the departments. So let's talk about the research that we do at the EECS. So if you come to ISC, you will do cutting edge research in a special research environment. For research snippets, you can just go visit this website and have a look of the current or ongoing research that is happening at the EECS. Here you can just briefly see that there is a recent here you can see a recent breakthrough result in computational geometry from CSA, a work on compressed sensing that won a Best Paper award at the foremost venue for information theory by a student and her advisors from ECE, control of dual active bridge-based converters, a work done by a stellar student and his advisor in EE, and brain-inspired neuromorphic neural networks for navigation from ESE. You will also see how our spreading codes have made it into the NEVIC L1 signal on ISRO satellites and many more. So the research at ISE is everywhere, and they are making an impact with the work they do here. I encourage you to visit the webpage and learn about our research. So every admitted MTech and PhD student is given a scholarship at ISC. In addition, you will get an opportunity to win attractive fellowships like the CPS Research Fellowship. So there used to be a PMRF fellowship which is right now discontinued and will might be is under, I think, ongoing upgradation. And and there are so many other opportunities like the one from TCS Google, which is open for all. These are the companies that offer enhanced scholarships to students that join ISC, and which can be even sometimes 1.5 to 2 times greater, more than your regular fellowships. So you have get multiple opportunities in terms of fellowships at ISC. Now, so obviously ISC is Bangalore. So why Bangalore? So Bangalore is an exciting place to be. From being the IT capital of India, it has now become the startup hub. And I know you all must be aware of how happening Bangalore is in terms of tech. So there is a good chance that you may be a part of one of the exciting startups from ISC. Here are a few that our students and faculty have started. Mimyek for the endoscopy training, Simyok for EMI, EMC characterization, Gnome for knowledge graphs, Polymage for newer generation domain-specific processors, Raghavira for Indian language technology solutions, and many more. So ISC also fosters the startups here, and you can also be a part of it. EECS has deep connects with the industry and R&D labs. Here are the logos of a few. They support us, they work with us, and they hire our graduates. On the research side, EECS is at the heart of several interdisciplinary initiatives: brain, computation, and data science, network intelligence, cybersecurity, biomedical informatics, sensors, materials, informatics, quantum technologies, visual analytics, and more. If you come here, you will get an opportunity to work on one or more of these. We collaborate with researchers from across the world. Here are some states in the USA, some countries in Europe, some countries in Asia and Australia, and this is only a subset. Many of our students get a chance to present papers and or visit our collaborators and do internships in these countries. So here is the vision of the EECS division: to strive to be among the world's foremost in electrical, electronics, and computer sciences by offering world-class education that trains the future leaders in EECS and by creating breakthroughs that meet societal needs. And then there are some of the pictures of our beautiful campus, of the admission portal that will open after the gate results are announced, which you may visit later. On this picture, you will see on the top right something that signifies discovery, and the bottom right something that signifies invention and innovation. The discovery picture is a two-dimensional layer of carbon cut in one way, which leads to a significant increase in conductivity, which may revolutionize interconnects on chips. The other is a micro-engineered platform for antibiotic susceptibility testing and takes the laboratory to the patient. In our quest for excellence, we make the two coexist at ISC. I wish you a very informative session. Thank you for joining us today. I wish you all the very best. So this presentation was just to give you a brief that what happens at ISC and what we have at ISC. So now we'll just introduce ourselves one by one. So I'll start with myself. I am Ananta Kantray. I'm a PhD student at the Department of Electrical Communication Engineering at ISC. I guess one by one, each of you can unmute yourself and just introduce, and then we'll start the Q&A.
Hello, I am Dhruvin Chaudhary. I am in MTech research program at CS department at ISC. I am in second year right now.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Saurav Vidyarthi, and currently I am in second year MTech Robotics and Autonomous Systems, Robert Bosch Center for Cyber Physical System, and it is also called Cyber Physical Systems. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. So my name is Mayurdip Pathak. So I am a PhD student in the EC department, Electrical Communication Engineering. So I work in areas of computer vision.
Hello guys, I'm Darsha, first year student at MTech EECS program. So welcome you guys.
Hello everyone. I am Chirayato. I am a MTech second year signal processing student here. So signal processing is one of the courses that is jointly offered by two departments, EE and EC. I'll be happy to help you in your queries.
Hello everyone, I am Kautuk Astu. Currently I am in MTech Research first year under CDS department. Looking forward for an interactive session. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mohit. I'm MTech second year student in EC department, and I'm working in the area of computer vision. We'll be happy to help you regarding EC related doubts. Thank you.
I am a PhD student in the Cyber Physical Systems department. So welcome you all. I'm working on cyber security application on smart grids. Yeah.
So while in the presentation, I saw that we can update direct PhD. Could you tell me more about that after completing BTech?
Yes, okay. So that is what is called the direct PhD program, and I am also one of the direct PhD entrants. So basically, if you if you are from a CFTI, the list of institutes which comes under CFTI is given on the ISC website, and there if you have a GPA of more than 8, then you can apply and become eligible to apply for the PhD program. And the other way is that you write GATE, and then based on that score, you apply for the PhD programs, and then through that process, after an interview, you can get into the PhD directly. One request
Without completing MTech, directly after completing BTech, I directly entered into PhD program if I got 8+ above CGPA.
That is for CFTIs institutions. Okay, not for the non-CFTIs. For the non-CFTIs, you have to write the GATE exam.
Okay. How could I know is my institution is with the CFTI or not?
So it is mentioned on the ISC website under the admissions tab where you can look. There is the list of all the CFTIs institutions.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, okay. So I request all the participants to better type in their questions, and that would be easier for us to answer them. Okay. Please type in your questions in the chat. I can see some questions. Okay, so someone has asked that what is the minimum GPA to get into ISC MTech in VLSI through GATE? What weightage does CGPA hold in interviews? Darsha, would you like to answer this?
Unmute. Yes, okay. There is no weightage regarding GPA and all. Like your college's GPA won't matter here at all. The only thing that matters here is your gate score and whether you get an interview invite, first of all, for that MVLSI program. And then you need to clear the interview. Like the interview has some 30% weightage and your gate score has 70% weightage. So combining both of them, they will create a rank list after that. I mean, they won't show the rank list, but then you'll directly get an offer letter from ISC. So it just means you're getting admitted here. Is that clear, whoever asked that doubt?
I guess it's well answered now. So let's take the next question. It's the question for what does the MTech program at RBCCPS deal with? Saurabh?
Yeah. So at RBCCPS, we have MTech in robotics and autonomous systems. And in robotics and autonomous systems, basically there are three minors offered, but three fields where you could go. So first is controls, where you will be learning more about robot learning control systems, applied linear, nonlinear systems. The second is embedded systems, where you will be learning about real-time operating systems. The third is AI/ML part, where you'll be learning about reinforcement learning and all. So this is what we learn in robotics and autonomous systems, and we have quite a cutting edge research going on based on humanoid robots, legged robots, autonomous driving.
Next is this person wants, this is from Shreya S. I would like to know what all things I should take care of during my preparation for GATE to get into IISc Bangalore, and what should I prepare for ECE interview? So someone from ECE, Mayurdeep, you can do this?
Yeah, so generally I went through all the concepts of electronic devices, control systems, and all these things. I was working and I had a bit less time as concerned. So if you go through all the BTech, all the things that you learned in BTech, digital design, analog electronics, all these things well, then and give some mock papers before the exam, which is very important, then you should be able to do well in the exam.
Yeah, so there is this question. This is that I have completed my BTech degree in ECE from IIEST Shipwood, currently working in Ericsson. I want to have exposure and research from IISc Bangalore by pursuing MTech. I want to know how to get a chance for direct MTech program, and will there be any possibility for me?
Yeah, so I answered that question, right? So does she have any specific question?
No, she doesn't have. I think in general she wants to know what are the opportunities for MTech programs at EC. So maybe you can just talk about the different programs that we have at EC for MTech.
Yeah, so through EC you can get into MTech EC, you can get into MTech SP, and even you can get into MTech AI. So for getting into MTech EC, SP, and AI, you will have to give an interview as well. 70% will be gate score and 30% will be interview. So during interview, you need to have all your thorough understanding of the concepts, whatever you have studied, because the questions will be very conceptual and you may have to explain it neatly in the interview. For MTech AI, there will be a written exam as well for people who are entering through GATE EC, and then there will be an interview. Whereas for SP and EC, there will be just an interview.
Thanks, Mohit. So next question is, can we also join the MTech research program through the CFTI mode? So recently, IC has started for the MTech research as well as the intake from the CFTI Institute. So yes, you can apply. And then again, there is some criteria of GPA and all that you need to fulfill to be eligible to apply for MTech research using via CFTI. How to decide between MTech research and direct PhD? So one of the MTech research students can take up this question, sorry.
Yeah, so basically MTech research program is like a mini PhD. PhD might go up to 5 years, but MTech research you can finish in 2.5 years. So if you are not sure about like committing yourself for longer time period and you want to like get a gist of the research, like if you like it or not, then you can go for the MTech research program because it is a shorter duration, but the intensity of the research will be the same as the PhD. You will be expected same result as the PhD, but just the time period is smaller. And
Could you tell me the path of preparation to crack the gate with the highest score?
Okay, I don't think there is a very specific answer to this, but I think it just gave some insights that how you can prepare for GATE and also for the interviews. I think that would be insightful for you. So someone has Shreyas has asked like how can she attend multiple interviews like EC, signal systems and etc. Like all the so how do you appear for all the programs that are offered by EC for interview? Mohan?
So yeah, you can once you get selected, right? They will give selection list. There will be three if you have selected for like maximum three options. So one day they will be schedule your EC interview, another day SP interview, and another day AI interview. It won't clash. Generally, they keep it in such a way, but you can give maximum three. Sometimes it happens EC people will give, SP people will give, then CDS. So yeah, only three is the maximum you can give, and you can give for three. That's the maximum. And whichever you get, wherever you get selected, whichever based on your priority, right? Which one you had put as your top priority, you will get admission into that.
So someone wants like Mohan wants to know the glimpse of interview at ISC after GATE. So maybe we can have like one of the MTech students first to talk about it, and then a PhD student can talk about it. So from MTech, one of you just volunteer to answer. Okay, so maybe I can just then tell that for the PhD program, so I am a direct PhD student, so they focus a lot on your basic mathematical concepts and the basics of what you have taken the course you have taken. So I gave an interview for the EC department. And that's also more or less the case for all the departments. They'll have a basic interview testing your knowledge of the basic mathematical concepts and a bit of overview of the theory of the courses from your bachelor's. So basically, you have to pick in EC, you have to pick the topics that you want your questions to be from. So they ask you a field for maths and also for the technical part. And uh, along with this, if you are coming here after a master's program, there will be questions from your project and your research in master's. Okay, so next question is for CPS department. How are the placement opportunities for CPS?
Okay, so basically, the student price CPS department, we try to build our profile on three different paths. One is either you go in robot control systems, the other is embedded profile, and the third is data science profile. So the placements at IIC is like it is open for everyone. So it is not restricted that you'll be restricted to apply for only one role. It is up to you. It is up to your interest, which direction you want to go. And usually student takes 1 semester or 2 semesters to decide their interest, and then they pursue in that direction.
Okay, so this question is regarding the direct PhD interviews. So the answer is, do I stand a chance if I had negligible research experience during my BTech and no published paper? What are the interviews usually like? So yes, you still have a chance. So first we be eligible and to sit for the direct PhD interviews, and then still you have a chance even if you don't have a exposure to research before. So it's basically so interviewer is more on your knowledge of the theoretical concepts or maybe the mathematical background and also the tech that you know from your bachelor's, and based on that it's basically picked. And I think it's obviously a bit considered that many people don't have much exposure of research in their bachelor's. So I think it's fine. You just try to do well in your interview and then you have good possibility to join the direct PhD program at ISC.
I'd like to add just one more point regarding interviews for MTech. Like, whoever is worried about your interviews, like, it's important that you first clear your gate, which is like, that is very important. Your gate score matters a lot. And I would say, like, interview also matters, but if you do well in gate, the same concepts are going to be asked again in the interview. Like, you should not, after your gate, you should not like completely lose touch with your concepts. you should constantly keep in touch with your concepts so that you just don't forget everything in the interview. And even like my interview didn't go that well, but still I got selected based on a lot of aspects. They do select, okay, like your attitude in the interview, how well you counter the questions, how well behaved you are. Everything matters, not just the, they don't expect you to, give the exact right answers. They know that we are also, we are all just have completed our BTech, and we are not that, we don't have that much of exposure and all. So they know that well, so they just want you to give a right direction to the approach. They even give you hints on where you are going, or where you should probably think about. They'll give you hints. They'll constantly keep helping you out throughout the interview. Okay, so you just don't need to worry about the interview right now. It is more important to worry about your gate exam. Like once your gate exam is over, just keep revising your concepts. And the most important part is, as far as I heard, most of the professors will ask what subject you are comfortable in. Okay, so keep one subject that you are very comfortable in, and keep math as one thing that you will, and you can like visualize and present them very well. Like logically also you can tell what could happen. Okay, so I think this is more or less about every interviews. I am not sure about the PhD interviews, but about regarding MTech interviews, this is what it is. So just clear your gate. That is very important. Okay. So yeah.
So thanks for the insight on the interview process, Darsha. So there is a question specifically for MTech AI program. So what skills do I need to have a good start in MTech AI program coming from electrical and electronics engineering background? What should be the final expectations from the MTech AI course? So someone from MTech AI would like to answer.
MTech AI, as long as you have like a good understanding of linear algebra, probability, and just basic maths, I think that's good to go. And some basic knowledge of programming would be good. Although I'm not from MTech AI, but my courses and uh, other students of MTech AI are, we both take the same courses. So um, basically stochastic models and optimization courses, linear algebra, matrix theory. So right now, I think the best thing to do is just to prepare your linear algebra probabilities, make those things strong, give gate. Then for MTech AI, I think there's a AI aptitude test, give that well, and I think that should be enough.
Yeah, so there is this question for CDS. Does 3 years gap after BTech and no work experience affect admission to research programs at CVS department? Kautuk?
So yes, you can join CDS department after 3 years of gap. Even my fellow has 2 years of gap, and he is in PhD and one is in MTech research. So the professor just judge you on your knowledge, not on the gaps. So you can join.
Next question is on the scholarships which are there for MTech students.
Yeah, there is this usual scholarship every student after clearing a gate and joining IISc, all of us get usually. That is like 12,400 per month. That is given by the Ministry of Higher Education. And apart from that, there are several fellowships available, like Sony Fellowship, I think Zeiss Healthcare Fellowship for women students. And for all, there is Reliance Foundation Fellowship available. And from year to year, there might be some other opportunities that may vary. Those will be on top of that regular 12,400 that people usually get here.
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. So what program could give me one an opportunity to do research in the field of semiconductor manufacturing? I think MVLSI course would be a one, right, Darsha?
Like whoever asked that question, can you be more specific? Like semiconductor manufacturing, as in you want to go to the fabrication side like that, or you want to design chips? like you want to go in the semiconductor manufacturing in like entirely the hardware and I mean the back-end stuff like that? Or
I guess you can give a general overview
okay,
of
I'll
this.
just give
Yeah.
a general thing. So
So,
like if you want to do in the fabrication side, like you want to go and work in the fabrication companies, like you know the TSMC kind of fab companies. The one that is more closely related to that one will be MTech. I mean, I think it is ME in semiconductor engineering. I don't know whether it's MTech or ME, but it is the course program is semiconductor engineering. So that is a separate course that I don't think that will come under our electronic systems engineering department. So electronic systems engineering department has 3 courses, which is MVLSI, electronic systems engineering, and electronic product design. So these 3 are more on the software design related parts. Okay, so the MVLSI will be more on the complete, you know, the chip design, which generally the VLSI companies do, most of like Intel, Qualcomm, such companies. Okay, so if you want to go in fab related companies, semiconductor engineering would be a more related course. So
thanks, Tasha. I think this also covers another question, but I would just broadly take it that also the field related such as microelectronics, nanoelectronics, and solid state physics in EC and ESC in EC department in research oriented options. So yes, people are working on these areas as well in EC and ESC both, and also in other departments in IS. So you will get ample opportunities for these as well. So next question is, so this person is a BTech metallurgical engineering graduate with a strong interest in mathematics, logic, and basic exposure to programming, and is interested to pursue an MTech in CDS. If asked in the interview as to why I want to pursue CDS, how can I answer this? Okay, so I think Karthik, just can you just answer this?
Yeah, so as I mentioned in the chat as well, you can mention your strong interest in mathematics and computer science. They will test you on linear algebra and algorithms especially. And metallurgical background will won't be any barrier to CDS department. It's an interdisciplinary department, so you can easily join it. No problem with metallurgical department. Just focus on for interview perspective, just focus on linear algebra algorithms. These 2 subjects are mainly asked. That's all, Anand.
Thank you. So there's a question that how many seats are there for the AI branch for CS? I guess all these details are there on the admission webpage of ISC. So just have a look at this, and then I think these kind of questions can be answered there. So there is this question on internships. Regarding the internships, can we go for an abroad internship after securing admission in CSA MTech program? Like, is the permission given by the department for abroad internships? I think, Mayurdeep?
I think Chirata already went to US, right? So you can
Yeah. Okay, Achirata, you better answer this.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to your faculty advisor. If he is willing to let you go, then you can go. There is no such bar.
Yeah, so first secure an internship, and then I think if you will be good to go. They will not restrict you from.
Yeah, yeah. And I think like for application, you will also need a letter from your faculty advisor. So that thing gets cleared in that moment actually.
This question is about the weightage of the written exam for the MTech admissions. So who will want to take this question? One of you.
no, sorry, what was the question?
It's the question about the weightage of the written exam. So some programs have a written exam as well, right?
Yes. So for electronic systems engineering, they do have a written exam as well. The weightage, like mostly they asked, okay, there was one question from mechanical as well. Like there was that basic Newton laws of motion related one question. And then we had communication related some questions, and then we had digital signal processing questions. So signals and systems, control systems, like the basic subjects of GATE. So these subjects will have more weightage in your written exam as well. And they'll ask some questions which are extra, like which we don't really study specifically for GATE. They'll ask some questions which are not in the GATE exam, but the written exam is only of some 20 questions or something, and it is of only half an hour or something. So I don't know how much weightage that written exam really has, because the one that is more important is the interview. So if you have a GATE score, like, okay, so when you're called for the interview, you'll be called for interview based on your score. Okay, so you will apply for all the all the programs that you want. You have only 3 options. You can apply for 3 courses from any department according to your eligibility and the GATE papers that you're given, and then they'll call for interview based on your GATE score. So if that is like really close to the, say the last cutoff that they're calling for, then your interview has to be really well. Okay, like if your interview goes really well, then you still have a chance, despite having a GATE score which is like closest to the cutoff thing. So don't get disheartened with all that stuff. Just focus on what you're doing. Okay, like do give your best in everything, that's all. So everything else will happen automatically. Don't think like this weightage, that weightage, nothing is going to matter in the end. Okay, so you just do what you know very well. You, even if the professors are asking some other subjects, you can actually tell them that sorry sir, I'm not very well versed in that particular subject, but you could ask me this. You can do that politely with them, and they'll be more than happy to ask in that particular subject. So the professors they know almost every subject, so you don't need to worry about that. They'll ask anything, and they'll ask any subject that you want to be questioned for. So I think that is about it.
I think there is one more question that you have to answer, Darsha. It says, how is electronic product design different from ESC and MVLSI?
Okay. So electronic product design will be more related to IoT and embedded. Okay, so if you see, that's what it's there in the course itself. Like you should also Google the course details as well, because electronic product design will have more electives than there are core courses. Okay, like for ESC and MVLSI, we have a lot of core courses. That core courses, in the sense, you have to complete those subjects. They are compulsory courses. So MVLSI has like that EDC related, solid state physics related courses which are compulsory. And for us also, we have a lot of, we have a networking course that is compulsory. So like that, we have courses that are compulsory in each semester. We have almost 6 courses that are compulsory, and MVLSI also has around 6 to 7 courses that are compulsory. And we need to complete 13 courses for completing our MTech. But for EPD, the core courses, that is the compulsory courses, are pretty less. Okay, they have, I think, only 3 courses something that are compulsory. Okay, and the rest of all are electives. Electives, in the sense, you can select any subject that you want to sit for. Okay, so in that sense, you have a lot of flexibility. You can design your own course in whatever direction you want to go. You can do that. But more or less, electronic product design will be more related to IoT and all those kind of stuffs. Okay, so I think that is about it. MVLSI. Okay, so MVLSI is what we all know. It is completely the proper VLSI course. Okay, so you have both. You can, from MVLSI, you can design you can create an analog profile as well as a digital design profile. So that is possible from MVLSI. Electronic systems engineering will be more, we can't say that you can't create an analog profile. You always have the flexibility to do that, but electronic systems engineering is more inclined towards digital design profile kind of courses. Okay, so for us, we don't have that solid state physics courses that are compulsory. So we can take that as an elective, but we don't have that as an as a compulsory course. But yeah, so ours is like more digital profile related, and from MVLSI you can create both analog and digital profiles. So this is about it.
Thanks, Darshan. So how people join labs and also when, like just after getting admitted or have to wait for some time. So I think each of the departments have a different process. So one by one, if each of you answer, it would be better. So let's start with CSA. One of you from CSA just.
Yeah, so in CSA, the labs are not decided while the while admitting. So for MTech and PhD, both you have to talk to all the professors in the first sem and get to know their research projects. And you can approach any professor, and then if they are willing to take you and you are interested in their research project, you can join them by second semester. And MTech, for MTech also the process is similar, but they choose their guide in second semester. So they also have to talk to all the professors, and then the similar process has to happen, but in second semester.
Thanks. Now for CDS. Kautuk.
Ananta, could you please repeat the question?
So the question is how the people join labs and like when they get to choose it.
Okay. So the MTech coursework student can choose like the same as the CSA department after the end of first semester. For MTech research student, we have to give 3 preference for lab before the interview. And based on your preferences, you will be interviewed and you will be joining a particular lab. That's for MTech research. For MTech coursework, you have to join after first semester. That's it.
Thanks. EC.
Yeah, I'll take this. For EC, specifically for PhD, the selection happens immediately. Like as soon as you got the admission, you were actually associated with one of the professors there. Sometimes you can, it might happen that you have not been assigned and you then go to different labs and you ask whichever professor is willing to take you, or like you can also give your interest and see which professor works best for you. But it happens almost immediately as soon as you join. But for I guess MTech, you have like a 6 months period where you get to like talk to professors, and it happens. It takes I guess it from the second semester onwards you can like decide on which professor you can take.
Yeah. For EE, Chirayata.
So in the EE side, I am not very sure about the core electrical side because I'm more in the system side, and not about how the PhD selection lab thing goes on. But I can tell about my program in the signal processing, which is jointly offered by EE and ECE. And so you are allowed to choose your guide from both EE and ECE, whoever has a project and interested to offer a position. So around the end of the first semester, the project list comes out, and then the MTech students approach the respective guides to find a suitable position, and mutually it gets decided. That is the procedure.
Thanks. For ESC?
Labs in the sense you're asking about MTech or they're asking about PhD?
You can tell both. You're fine.
Actually, like for PhD, I'm really not aware what happens with the labs, but for MTech, what happens is you just have, I mean, for each subject, like it happens in BTech, you have a subject which has a lab. So you have 3 credit courses. Like for us, there are 4. I mean, in this semester, we have taken. It's generally advised to take 5 courses. So in that, we have taken 4 courses which has labs. Okay, so the labs in ESC are very intensive. Like you will have you will have your coursework as well, and you will have labs which has assignments and projects as well. So we need to do like four courses. In that, 3 courses are compulsory. So 3 courses, you have labs as well for that. So one lab session for each course, and you'll have like 4 days a week you will have labs. And all the labs, they'll have like, depending on the course, they might have a lab exam as well. But for us, the subjects which I have taken, there are assignments. Okay, assignments are there in every lab. Okay, so assignments are there in lab as well as coursework. But the courses which has labs, they won't have separate assignments. They'll have only lab assignments. And the courses which doesn't have labs, they will have assignments as well.
Darsha, you're getting confused with this. So this basically the question is about when a MTech student is mapped to a lab or an advisor in ESC program.
In advisor, okay, see, advisor, once you get admitted, you will get a faculty advisor. Okay, and by the end of this semester, you will get a guide. Okay, a project guide. So they will float out projects, like that is what they have instructed to us. So they'll float out projects that are happening currently in the department, by the end of this semester, or yeah, by the end of this semester. So once they float out the projects, we have to select from those projects. We have to select one project and work for that. So once we select that project, they'll give some time for us to study that project and study related to whatever we have to do in that project. And the project officially starts from the next semester, or like from May to June of the next year. So once you join, you have a year time to actually select what kind of project you want to work in. Not a year time. You'll have 3 months to actually select what project you want to work in, and you will actually start working in that project after a year. Okay. So I think this is what you mean by attached to a lab. You don't really get attached to a lab. You will work for a project basically under a project guide. So that you will, for MTech, I'm saying this for MTech. For MTech research and PhD, they'll have different things. So I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. For
Yes.
CPS, Saurabh, can you just give an insight?
Yeah, okay. So it is more or like similar to other departments. At the end of the first semester, maybe at the starting of the second semester, the project list will be floated out by each professor. So based on your interest, you will go and talk to each professor and you will apply which project you want to work for. And on base of that, there is a match between a professor and the student. And then you are assigned to a particular lab under your guide. And mostly by semester 3, students starts working on the project once the course, most of the coursework is completed. Yes.
Thanks everyone to give an insight for this lab mapping thing. So this question is there any MTech AI research program similar to MTech CDS research? And is it possible to convert MTech research into PhD? So Dhruvin, would you like to answer this? And then on the CDS part, maybe Kautuk can add.
I think MTech, only there is a MTech program in EI. I don't really know. Someone can correct me. But for converting MTech research to PhD, yeah, you can convert MTech research to PhD at any time. You just have to ask your guide and take the permission from a department curricular committee. And there will be some process for each department. In CSA, there is a interview conducted if someone want to convert, and if they pass the interview, then they will be considered as a PhD. So you can convert MTech research or even MTech to PhD.
Yes. So anything that Kautuk you want to add?
Nothing, Ananta. Almost everything was explained.
Sure. Okay, so this is, can you give a rough estimate of how much time to do MTech research? Maybe from CSA? Yeah, CSA specific.
mostly most of the people complete their MTech research in anywhere between 2 to 2.5 years. So that is the standard time period. But if you do sufficient amount of work, you can get the degree by 1.5 also. So that is the time period, like 1.5 year to 2.5 year.
Yeah, I guess we have answered most of the questions. I'm just looking at the chat just to cross check. But I guess most of it is answered. Okay. Yeah. Oh, someone is asking for that where they can see the ongoing research or projects in the department. So as I shared during the presentation, you can visit the division website and have a look on about the ongoing research in the division broadly, and also you can visit the individual department websites also to just see uh, what what is the research that is happening in the departments. And I guess if any one of you wants to add anything for the students or the aspirants, I think you may add. But I guess we have answered most of the generic questions that were there. Okay, there is this question let's take this one. How much does it matter on applying for a course using GATE score in different papers? For example, CS MTech using CSIT paper or DA paper. So does it affect the interview? Any one of you that?
Yeah, I think CS doesn't have any interview. 100% weightage is for GATE, and only CS paper will be considered. No other paper is considered for MTech in CS.
Okay. I guess it's all right because if that particular programs allows you entry via different gate options, then it's all right to write that exam and then appear for interview or written exam, whatever the process is for that particular department, because they only have made it eligible for that.
Ananta, I think there are different cutoffs for every paper.
Yeah, that is there, but I'm just saying that. So the question is that will it affect the interview process that if you write in CSIT, like for a CS, like for some other program, like for AI, you can write different exams, right? And you will be eligible for MTech AI. So that case, yeah. But yeah, Ayushman, you can definitely add in if I'm missing
Yeah,
something.
so
Yeah.
there are like seat requirements as well, depending on the department, and even if you have a very well interview, and if you came through a wrong paper, you might not get that seat. So they do consider that if the MTech program that you are applying in and the major paper that you gave, if they are aligned, then they will give more preference to that candidate.
Yeah. Thanks for that insight.
One more thing, someone was asking about EC and IN as well, I think. So it's the same case, like he said. The thing is, like for each course, you will have a certain number of seats for EC, for certain number in for EE, like that. So based on that, you will get your seat. Like for generally in EAC, ECE people are more preferred. So you'll have more seats for ECE. So if you got your interview through ECE, you will have a more chance to get into the department. But if you are from ECE, that doesn't matter. If you're given your paper in IN and you've got your interview call through IN, then only those number of seats that are allocated for IN, only for those seats you can compete. You can't compete for ECE seats. Okay, so they'll be filled by only the people who gave ECE paper and who have been called through ECE paper. So that is how this thing works. So when you are giving multiple papers, you have to be careful. I mean, if in according to what department you want to go into, and there are some departments which don't allow certain papers, so you just need to check that also.
Yeah, check the eligibility for different programs. They mention it clearly, and it's mentioned there on the website of institute as well, that for which program, which GATE exams are eligible for admission or for the process. And this question is for CDS, that since the intake for courses like CDS is very less, what is that it's specifically seen in a candidate during selection? Kautuk?
So the candidates are judged on their conceptual soundness. Like you will be given a question, linear algebra question in your interview, and that will be very basic. But then the profs will start increasing the constraints, taking it to your extreme. They want to check how well you can answer in the constant environment. Apart from that, you must be sound what you speak. You don't need to know all the answers, but whatever you speak, you must be very sound about it. You should know all the aspects of it. Otherwise, they will gonna roast you on that topic.
Yeah. Okay. I think then there are some generic questions. I think placements, just placements, any one of you. Ashman, can you just give an insight on the placements? Maybe general, like, I guess that will cover our department.
I'm from PhD. I don't have an idea about
Okay,
placements.
my bad, sorry. So maybe then you PhD, so MTech guys open and then answer about the placement scenario at IST. You can maybe
Okay,
just.
someone has asked for placements in ESC, VLSI, and EPD. It is same, guys. It is same. I mean, the same set of companies. It's basically ESC department, and they offer 3 courses. So it will be same for all the 3 courses, as far as I know. But it depends on what courses you select also. So you'll be selecting courses throughout your MTech, and you will be doing projects related to that. So that will also matter in what kind of companies, I mean, what job description they give, and what kind of companies you can sit for. So I think that is about it. And someone is asking about, can you join masters in semiconductor engineering after GATE? So that is, yes, you can join masters in engineering if you are interested in the semiconductor manufacturing part, that is the fabrication part. Okay.
Yeah, I think then there are some specific questions, like there are some generic question people want to know about the preparation, but I think more or less we answered those questions regarding preparation and all during multiple questions. So I think broadly we have answered most of the questions. And there is one question specifically for the MTech online program. So the MTech online program, I'll just give you one small thing that the MTech online program is different from the coursework or the offline program, and it's generally for the working professionals. So you have a tie-up, like you are working from an industry, and then you get sponsored from that industry to do an MTech online. So that is a very different program, whoever was asking this question. And maybe you can look up more details of it uh, on the website, but it is not generally like you do an MTech online program and not in a company. You are a working professional and then you do an MTech online program. That is how it works here at ISD. Okay, someone asked that, is the NPTEL portal helpful in preparation? So I would say in general, yes, you can have, you can obviously learn a lot from for the NPTEL courses. And I think now we are done. So if any one of you wants to add anything, just do that and then maybe we can close this session.
I have a pointer for interview preparations. Whenever you are going for any program interview preparation, go through the site, because they will tell you the topics they would want you to prepare for those interviews. Like for the program that I gave for, they specially looked for mathematics and generally linear algebra and probability. So yeah, it would be beneficial if you look for what topics they might ask. So through the site, like if you go to IISc site, you can look at the program and what they are expecting you during the interview process.
Okay, so last there is one question now on the winter admissions opening and how to join IISc through winter admissions. So, okay, I also joined in the winter session. So I think this year IISc has opened the admission for the winter cycle. Last time it was not there. So the process is same, but it is only open for the PhD program. So you can't join the MTech, any of the coursework or either the research using the winter session. It's only open for the PhD program. And the same process is the same. You apply and then you are called for an interview and then clear it and then get through, then get in IST.
You're answering the previous question.
It's fine. You can answer. Which one? Yeah, you can answer.
Yes, someone has asked, like, if you have done good in both EC and IN, which one is taken? So that is not, I mean, that is not our headache here in ISC alone. It is not the case for all other, I mean, other IITs or wherever you're applying. For ISC alone, you can apply through both the scores, and they'll take best of I mean, best of the two. So you don't have to worry about which one I have to apply through. you can apply through both EC and IN. You just need to apply both the, you just need to apply, upload both the scores, and then they will take care of, whatever best they want to choose. So they'll do that, but it's not the same for other IITs or other places. So you need to choose there which one you should apply through. And it's in general, if you are going for a core ECE course, like related to, VLSI and allied courses. So in those cases, it is recommended to apply through ECE because it has more number of seats in general. Okay. So yes.
Thank you, Dasha. Okay, yeah. So I guess, and thank you all of you. So you have also answered many questions in the chat. So thanks for that as well. I think you covered all of it. So now I think it's time we conclude this session. So first, thank you all the participants for attending and first for registering and then attending. I hope we have answered most of your queries. And if few things are unanswered, we will also be putting up the FAQs on the website, and then you can just like have your questions answered through that. And also I would like to thank all the volunteers, very like a big thanks for you to taking your time out and then joining it and helping these aspirants to through their process of preparation. I guess it will be very insightful and helpful for them. So thanks again everyone, and thanks for joining. So now we'll close this session. Yeah, thank you.